Our initial design constraints changed a few times throughout the course of this project. Most of the information we got was from consumer interviews. Some of the useful things they recommended were a very simple user interface and a cooler option to keep it 2 liter cold, and in the case if you were tailgating or something, you could have cool drinks throughout the day. In particular, people wanted was a refill mode so that the model would be more environmentally friendly and not as wasteful on the consumer goods. So it has this toggle switch to turn the refill mode off and on. And another important design constraint was taking it tailgating. It had to be pretty portable, which it is. And with that, it's pretty durable so that it won't get knocked around, moving from tailgate location to tailgate location.
So these are all the costs that are needed to build everything that we built. That includes the prototype and all the excess materials after the construction of both the prototype and the final product. So the total amount for all of this is $177. However, for manufacturing purposes, a conservative estimate would be probably more so around $100 or $150, just due to the fact that the prototype cost wouldn't be included in that, with a MSRP of around $175. This is the design we ended up going with. However, we did have alternate designs. Here we went with the turntable instead of a bearing or a actual Lazy Susan. But for one of our other designs, it incorporated this entire turntable as a gear with a smaller gear powered by the motor in order to turn that. We didn't go with that just because the gears would be susceptible to damage and they're not very ergonomic. In our other choice in design, we thought about having a conveyor belt just kind of move along and move cups out of the way of the spout. However, we thought that would also be very susceptible to damage as well, and it'd also be very expensive too. Now, in terms of valves and pumps, we went with this design with just the standard pump controlled by the Arduino, just to pump liquid from here straight through the PVC into the cups. In our other design with the gear turntable, we had the insulated chamber raised with a valve underneath it. However, it had to be raised so that the valve was level with the cups in order for it to work. So there's 4 different buttons with 4 different options of different volumes. You have 2 ounces, 10 ounces, 12 ounces, and 16 ounces. And whenever you press one of the buttons, the Lazy Susan or the turntable will rotate and distribute that amount into the next cup. So if I press the 16-ounce button, it'll rotate and dispense 16 ounces into the first cup. This is 12 ounces. This is 10 ounces. And this is 2 ounces. Now the refill button works so that when you flip it, the Lazy Susan or the turntable does not turn, and you can simply press the button again and it'll refill the cup that was there before.
The major challenge we had was concerning the whole Lazy Susan and stepper motor situation. The stepper motor was kind of a challenge to figure out how to get it to orient right with all the equipment, and the Lazy Susan, coming up with the screw mechanism was kind of hard to drill through it and to have it where it would actually fit onto the shaft and not scrape against the base.